Hello, and welcome to Cooking with Gami Rosa. I'm Gami Rosa, and welcome to my home. Today we're going to be cooking a quick appetizer. It's called organized nachos. It's something that's delectable, it's elegant, it's tasty, and it's going to be amazing. Something very quick that you can conjure up to bring to a family party. If you want to impress, it's going to be awesome. So let's get started. Alright guys, so the first step we're going to do is we're going to preheat our oven to about 350 degrees. And our first thing is to get our wonton wrappers. You can find this in the grocery section of where the vegetables are. And it's something it's really flimsy, little flour. And we're going to line our muffin tins with this. The reason why I use these is because if you ever try to have a chip and try to fill it, especially like these little bowls that come out now, it's very hard and none of them come out uniform. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna brown these up in the oven. It takes roughly 3 minutes at 350. You wanna go ahead and put these in here. You don't need to grease. You don't need to put any grease in it or anything like that because it's gonna brown up very fast. So we're gonna make sure that we have a bowl here. So just press down lightly, okay? And then there we go. Just gonna put those in there like so. This is awesome. I call these organized nachos because I am a fan. I'm an organized guy when it comes to food. I like to see things very nicely and organized when it comes to my food. And what we're gonna do is a roast beef nacho. We're gonna cook that up in a little bit. So put this in the oven for 350 degrees or until brown, and then just keep your eye out because they'll cook really fast. So after we put our wontons into the oven, now we gotta prep our vegetables. We're gonna start with our onion, okay, and we'll take this stuff off right here. You can use a small onion. We're probably gonna use half of this for depending on how much filling you're gonna put into your nacho. Again, we're gonna cut from the root down, okay, and we're gonna do a dice as well. Okay, here. Okay, and we're just gonna do a small. So we're gonna do a small dice of our onion. And in the interest of time, we're gonna speed things up just a little bit. So dice up our onions, put that into our prep bowl. We need about maybe a 1/4 cup of the onions, and the same goes for our green, red, and our yellow peppers. So what we're doing here is a julienne. Julienne, we'll start with a julienne first, doing small strips, turning them on the side, and then doing uniform cuts in little cubes. What I love about the green pepper and the red pepper is their contrast, but the yellow pepper gives a nice little festive color to it and brings the brightness out in the dish. Now we're just gonna get these ready and we're gonna put them in our prep bowl and bring them right to our stove for cooking. We're gonna do a quick saute with a little bit of garlic, okay, and we're gonna get that ready, and then that's gonna be our filling for our nacho, and that's gonna go on a bed of spinach. Bed of spinach, some steak, and some of this. It's gonna be amazing. Let's go. So now we're gonna prep our roast beef. Now this is a roast beef, a raw roast beef that I got in my local grocery store. And when I had it done, I got it cut semi-thick. It wasn't not too thick. But you want it raw because you're gonna be cooking. We're gonna be cooking it. But before we throw it onto the pan, you need for about 12 cups, you need about, let's say about 5 slices of this roast beef. You can see it's very beautiful. And I do have a friend that she's a vegetarian, and I've cooked this for different parties, and it's been a hit. But I have a vegetarian friend, so what I've done is I took out the roast beef and I just made just a vegetable bowl. So this right here, what we're gonna do is obviously the whole thing can't go in there, so we're gonna slice it thin. And we're gonna go here, like so. And then we're going to give it enough so that way you get some nice chunks of roast beef in your little organized nacho here. Now, you can use roast beef, or you can use chicken, or you can use some steak, any type of protein you would like. But today we're gonna cook this roast beef with a little bit of oil, and we're gonna use some Jack Daniels, some Worcestershire sauce, and we're gonna make it nice and beautiful. It's gonna be an amazing, flavorful dish. So let's get this to the pan, let's go to the stove, and we're gonna get ready to plate very, very soon. So at the stove we have 2 saute pans with about a tablespoon of olive oil in each. We're going to brown our meat, and we're going to saute our vegetables to an al dente texture with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Our meat is going to be a little more entailed. We're going to have a little bit of salt, a little pepper, some garlic. We're going to have about a tablespoon of garlic and about 2 tablespoons of whiskey, Jack Daniels preferably. And then we're going to add a couple of dashes of Worcestershire sauce. Now that is just going to bring that over the top. It's going to bring a depth of flavor to our nacho. And that's going to be ready to plate. So one of the things that is going to go underneath all of this filling is some spinach. So we're going to prepare some of our spinach. You need about a handful, and again, it's a teaspoon or a tablespoon of spinach per each one. You'll see when we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to do like a quick chiffonade. So we're going to take a bunch of spinach and kind of roll it, pack it nice and tight. And we're gonna cut them very, very small. Okay, we'll just dice this and make it. This is what we call a chiffonade. Now, as I told you guys before, I am not a chef. This is something that I love to do. I watch a lot of TV shows, and I have a lot of cooks and chefs that I really love, and hopefully you guys can see the passion coming through my dishes. So. Again, this is going to be ready for our plating for our chips. Alright guys, so what we have now is took out our wontons, they're nice and ready. And I want to show you something really quick on how this works. So if you notice, now we have a bowl. And now we can place all of our filling inside, and it's going to be delicious. And if you can see, it's very nice and brown. This is the color, the texture you want, or the color that you want. Again, you can leave them inside here, or you can take them out, cook them in batches, depending on how many you want to make. And then, or if this is the amount that you want to make, you can actually just let them cool down and just transport them right in your muffin tin. Okay, so we're going to get ready to put everything together. Alright guys, so now all of our stuff is ready. Now it's time to put everything together, and we're going to stick it back in the oven. So first we're going to start with our spinach. And we're going to put this down just a little bit inside each one. Okay, just a little bit inside each one. It's going to give it a bit of freshness. Okay. Okay, it's going to be delish. And then again, I like spinach. I like spinach. Spinach, it's gonna maintain its texture. It's gonna be fresh, but it's not gonna wilt too much. We're gonna be sticking it in the oven with just until the cheese melts. So now we're gonna take our roast beef that we cooked, and we're gonna stick some inside. Okay. And again, it's gonna be delicious. Get everything going. Here we go. And all right, now make sure eyeballing everything, making sure everybody's got some room. Everybody's got some steak, some roast beef, I mean. Okay. Everybody's in the party. Now we're going to go ahead and use our colorful vegetables right on top. Okay. Now, like I said, I have a friend who's vegetarian. You could just skip the roast beef. You can skip the roast beef and just go ahead and just do the vegetables. And instead of leaving, just sauteing the vegetables with salt and pepper, you can go ahead and saute the vegetables in the Jack Daniels and a little bit of Worcestershire, and then it's gonna be, then it's gonna give like that faux style of this recipe. So again, let's go ahead and put some of this, and you can see the color It's very festive, and also it's gonna be very delicious. So now, what we're gonna do, make sure everybody's got some. What we're gonna do is add a little bit of cheese. We're gonna add a little bit of cheese, and then go ahead and stick it back in the oven until the cheese melts. And just a little bit of cheese. Just a little bit. Okay. Now, when you're gonna transport this, again, you are gonna try to, you can keep it warm. When you get there, just warm it back up. Now, we are gonna garnish this with a little bit of avocado cilantro lime sauce. Video soon to come about how to make that. But I would wait for that till the end. So let's put this in the oven. Put this in the oven, get this cheese nice and melted, and then we're gonna finish off with our lime sauce, our avocado sauce. All right, guys, so now that this just come out the oven, cheese is melted, you can go ahead and transport like this to your party, or you can garnish it now. So I made this an avocado cilantro lime sauce that you can take with you, just put it in a little squeegee bottle, and then you can go ahead and garnish it now, or you can bring it to the party and then do it there. Other thing is, if you're traveling distances, I would go ahead and reheat this before you put the sauce, and then just garnish it when you're at the party. But since it's just me, and I'm gonna probably eat all of this all by myself right now, we're gonna go ahead and put this here. So we're gonna go ahead and just do a quick little circle. You can do circles, or you can do my favorite, which is the zigzag action here. Okay, and just like so. I love these little bottles. They give a nice little flair to your dish. This is the presentation is key, and this sauce is amazing. So now there you go. Now, once you're at your party, you can go ahead and look at this. Look at that. It maintains its shape. It's all good. Now, it looks beautiful just on its own. Now for the taste. I can't. It's so good. That is amazing. You got the spinach on the bottom, the steak, which is savory, so good. And again, that's straight from the deli. You didn't have to make a big pot roast. Just go to your deli section, get some roast beef, get it raw, cook it up really quick. Yeah, I gotta eat another one. This is so good. Look, just look at that. Maintains its shape. Then you got the freshness of the sautéed vegetables. It's nice and fresh. You know, cooked to like almost like an al dente texture, so they still have some bite. And then the avocado cilantro lime sauce right over the top. It's like the cherry on top of the ice cream. And I'm sorry, guys, I gotta eat another one. But hey, thank you for watching, and until the next episode, ladies and gentlemen.